Welcome to the making of a DM. Will the upcoming recession make or break you? This show is about to light a fire under you. Please have a pen and paper ready because we're about to turn it up. So with that said, let's get started.
I'm more Kevin's I'm more Kevin's DM. I'm here to help and teach him what I know and how I did it to discover freedom. There ain't no question more Kevin's when he step in the door. He's closing deals. Time to tell him what the DM stand for. I'm a deal maker, but I'm not just a deal maker. I'm a dream maker.
Hey there, it's your boy Mark Evans, DM. As I'm talking to you, I see a 12-point buck. About 300 yards, not 300, about 100 yards from me, about 300 feet down the gully. It's pretty wild. This thing is huge. But that's a side note. Getting started here today from the treehouse out in Kirtland Hills, Ohio. Thinking about you guys. I want to share some real stories with you in regards to what's going on in the world. Before I do, I just want to say thank you guys so much for sharing the show. I'm getting tons and tons of messages. And if I don't get back to you immediately, please, I'm not trying to avoid you. I have hundreds of people a day messaging me, and sometimes they go to spam. Sometimes I try to reply back as fast as possible, just so you know. So I'm not trying to be a dick and not message you. I do manage all my own social media accounts. I'm not here handing it off to an assistant or, social guy or whatever. I want to know you. That's why I'm here. I want to connect. I want to get to know you. We connect. We do opportunities. I just got off the phone right before this with a guy that follows me on Instagram, and we just started talking, and probably spent about 30 minutes on the phone with him. But he's going places, and it gets me excited. He's doing it already, and he's around the 600K a year mark. But when he gets done, there's some opportunities that he could easily pull levers on. It could be the $2-3 million range in the next 12 months, easily. I see it. But oftentimes the people I'm talking to at that moment don't. But that's okay. That's part of the game. So let's talk about something real. And as you know, we talk real stuff here every day. And this is ultra real. So I want you guys know I talk a lot about the thought auditing. When I say a word, I want to be rich. What does that mean to you? What emotions does it draw up? And I see so many people fucking bickering back and forth online. Dude, rich, just, it's not, money doesn't make you happy and this and that. It's like, dude, I'm not saying that. Truth is, stupid, filthy rich is what I want. I'm talking so much money, you can't, I don't even know what's going on. It's already hard now. I want 100x more, 1,000x more, right? Because dollars to me means value you bring to a marketplace, right? I'm past if I make money, I can buy a new car. I can already do that now, or a new house or whatever, right? So, but I want to talk about the thing at hand today. And I want you to be thinking about this because maybe you're on the treadmill, maybe you're in your car, maybe you're just sitting here meditating and listening to the show. I want to share some very big words with you that have real deep meaning. And they're being thrown around like candy right now. And that's not by accident. That's by design. So I'm going to share one word with you right now. You ready? I want you to literally, when I say it, I want you to think for a minute about what it does to you, what you think about. Ready? Recession. We're in a recession. The recession is here. Do you get scared? Do you get excited? Do you feel like you're missing out? Do you feel like you're winning? Do you feel like you don't have enough? Do you feel like you're weak financially? Do you feel exposed? Most people listening to my voice has had it pretty easy for the last 10 years. The market, just the general vibe of all markets, crypto, stock, real estate, business in general, has been pretty fucking easy. You've been touting online how easy it is, how you're so fucking smart. You got it all figured out. You're taking 14 vacations a year. You're hanging out like you got it all. You know everything. Recession. See, the thing is if you even remotely close have a TV on near you, hopefully you don't have much TV on ever, but if you do, like you're at the airport or at the gym or whatever, all you see is headlines. We're in a recession, 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 recession. I know people that are they have 20 million sitting in the bank and they're fucking scared because they keep hearing the word recession all the time. They're in protection mode, not growth mode. Massively different approaches to life. Protection or growth. See, there's a lot of everyday people out here living on the streets that got a handout of money from the government. They're out there buying the new iPhone, all these toys, going on vacations, buying stupid shit. They're fucking broke. And then you increase gas prices, you increase your living expenses, right? Food, electric, gas, water, all that on top of everything else. But now they're so fucking complacent and lazy. They don't even want to work, but they expect to make $100 million a day doing nothing. They're in trouble. But for you on recession, I want you to really, really, really understand what that does to you. See, all you fuckers love saying, when there's blood on the streets, blah, 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 blah. Well, what if that's your fucking blood on the street? Now what? See, this is not a doom and gloom show today. Trust me. This is a high-level realization show that I want you to get very crystal clear on what these words mean to you. More importantly, we're going to talk about what you need to do with them. If you're listening to my voice, if you made $1 million last year, you got to work like you make 10 million this year to make the same million. That's the truth. I see a lot of you guys very complacent, head in the sand, hunkering down, not communicating with your audience, your people. Struggle bus by yourself. The bus is huge, but it's only you and the road. This is when mentorships and masterminds and coaches are critical and crucial at the highest level for your success. This is when you being genuinely honest with yourself first and foremost, and everyone else around you of where you're at and where you are going. A lot of you have got away with a lot of bullshit of faking. The market made it easy, but you're here for a reason. You're here because you want to be better. You're here because you don't know everything, I hope. But I see a lot of people. I was just talking with a guy 4 days ago, and he's bawling, literally. He's going to lose his house. And he has a lot of real estate. He's in trouble, big trouble. I asked one simple question. What's your path to revenue? Here's the big no-no. He's like, I have no clue. I was like, well, how have you got this far? He's like, dude, everything I bought just made money. That's not good. That's not good. See, the recession isn't bad for everybody. But the way the media paints it, it's you against the world of the media. Just the way the media just constantly fills your brain. Depending how old you are listening to the show, I was in the game back in 05, 06, 07, 08. We thrived because we were down to reality with ourselves. I knew it was coming. We all knew it was coming. We were watching it real time, as we are right now. I want you to know, what does recession mean to you? How are you going to use the word recession to be resilient, to be profitable, to grow bigger and faster than you ever thought was possible? Are you going to grow through acquisition mode? Are you going to grow because you've forged amazing relationships with great people to hunker down with and evolve? Or are you just going to tap out? Are you going to take the easy path? Are you going to just accept it for what it is? Whatever you decide, just know this. You're in charge of the decision. And just because the decision may be easier today doesn't mean it's typically will never serve you in the future. I'm seeing it. I'm feeling it. I see people that are borrowing money from hardworking people that 100% will not be able to pay these people back with what's going on in the market. They're avoiding the conversation. They're hiding from the person. That story does not end well, my friend. Another word I keep seeing thrown around like it's water and candy. Catastrophic. Catastrophic. Do you understand these words? Recession and catastrophic. They have deep meaning. You better control this shit because it's in your brain. You control the word, meaning to you. Most importantly, the outcome. How do you use these words as fuel? That's the question you need to be figuring out. I want you to look at what you have. I want you to take audit of everything you got going on. Everything. If you're like me, you feel like you have nothing going on. But we have a lot going on, right? For example, I might say podcast show, DM Alliance, DM family, media company, real estate company, lending company, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And then I'm going to say, okay, how many years have they been in business? What kind of gross top line revenue are we creating? What is it generating me net? Is it a frustrating business or an easy business? Right? Because not all businesses are created equal. Am I looking to scale it and grow it? Or am I looking just to maintain and suck the cash out of it? There's no right or wrong. I'm just asking questions. Because I created these problems. And I also create these solutions to the problems. I've created my life just like you have. So we got to get very crystal clear. I want to ask you a question, and I want you to think about this. Today's a very deep thought podcast show, but I want to ask, what do you want in the next 12 months? I want you to write those answers down. There's a lot. It could be a lot of answers. Probably what's more important. I want you to hear me because this might sound silly, but it's very, very, very true. The most important question when I'm dealing with what's going on in today's economical times, I'm more asking, what do I not want? See, the people that have been sharing leverage, pay attention. There's going to be lots of bankruptcies, lots of foreclosures, lots of different narratives are going on. Not about leverage. If that's what you're about, do it. But smart leverage and bad leverage are drastically different outcomes. But back to the main point. I'm more focused on what I do not want. Because a lot of you listen to my voice are going to go do things for the quick buck that's, deep down inside is not serving you where you're at and where you want to go. Kind of goes against what you believe in to make the move because you're desperate. Desperate people do desperate things. I want you to get very crystal clear. I want us to hunker down. I want you to work longer hours. I want you to work harder hours. I want you to work smarter hours. This truly is where champions are made in times like this. I've seen a lot of clowns talking shit for a lot of years. And unfortunately, a lot of people listening to them as if they know what they're talking about. They don't understand even how to read a fucking P&L. They don't understand what cost seg is. They don't understand anything they're fucking doing, actually. You don't have to believe me. Just watch. Just watch. Listen, I kind of know what I'm doing on a lot of this shit, and that's not cocky. That's the truth. I've been doing it long enough. I should. I still fuck it up. So I'm not judging them. I'm just telling you, I'm real with myself. The majority of you guys are fucking lying to yourself and everyone else around you. We have to hunker down. This is why the DM Alliance membership will grow. I truly believe if you're not in the DM Alliance at 1,000 a month, you're going to fucking get slaughtered in the day-to-days. It sounds harsh because it is. Where are you going to get help? Where are you going to learn to grow? Where are you going to learn how to deal with this adversity in your face? Where are you going to go to share your wins when shit's hitting the fan, and really hard to share your wins when everybody else is having challenges around you? The DM Alliance. That's where. It's the only community I know that exists that will push, prod, grow, drive, connect great people together. See, I did a post recently on social asking, do you suffer from the shiny object syndrome? Right? You're bouncing around all over the place. I used to do this all the time. Because the truth is, I'm an opportunist. I want to take advantage of cool things. I like to be a part of new stuff, fun stuff, exciting stuff. But I'm going to tell you how to avoid this and set some rules. If you have shiny object syndrome, the majority of the time you're losing time, energy, and money and traction on what's working because you're not focused. So if something, like in essence, what I'm saying is if you have shiny object syndrome, in essence, and this is just the truth, you're just a whore of opportunity, or disguised as opportunity. That's it. Like, you have no structure to what you're like, dude, I'll do anything. Okay. But what don't you want? Remember, we talked about that. What don't you want? What do you want? See, if you want $10 million a year business, but all your shiny object shit's $500,000 or $50,000 moves, you're not getting to that $10 million anytime soon. I personally don't look at anything to get involved unless I can take it to 10 million, bare bones. Bare bones. Why? My goal is 100 million plus. Because in real business, the average business says make 25% in revenue, net. $10 million business, 2.5 million to the partners potentially. Right? 100 million, 25 million, give or take, depending on the model, the product, the service, and all that. Those are real businesses, by the way. I'm talking real. I don't need to be in the day-to-days. We have real COOs, CEOs, all that shit. But if I'm stepping into a venture with someone, and maybe they're at 2 million or 1 million or 3 million right now, if I don't see I can get them to 10 million in 2 years or less, I'm not doing it. I have zero desire. It's not that I don't like them. I would just tell them, hey, get in the DM Alliance and learn how to do it. You don't need me. I think I could help you push it faster, but it just doesn't meet my criteria. They're not right or wrong. That's just where I'm at in my journey, my season of life, my season of business, my season of financial wherewithal. I used to do this all the time. I used to just do stuff. I was busy. I had lots of things going on. I'd wake up 6 months later. I'm like, fuck, that was stupid. I lost on many, 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 many things. More importantly, I lost a lot of traction on things that actually were working amazingly well. I'm behind the 8 ball on that. And I know a lot of people listening to my voice are in the same situation or have been. It's what makes us who we are, but also can take us down very quickly. See, I got to always remember, not everyone has the mental fortitude that I may have. They can't take too many L's before they just tap out. I'm just a hard head, and I just keep going, right? But I've also, again, setting these rules has helped me so much. We all have rules, by the way. If you've ever dated someone, you know what you like. You also know what you don't like. Oh, man, I hate when she sucks her teeth. Oh, man, I hate when he chomps. Oh, I don't like girls that have, whatever color hair. I don't like girls that have big boobs, big butt, little ass, whatever. Like, guys, same thing, right? Tall, skinny, fat, short, fat, bald, whatever. Like, hairy, not hairy. Like, we all know what we like and don't like. When's the last time you've sat down and do this with your life and business? Because I don't want you to create a business that you don't want to wake up to 5 years from now. I don't want you, if you're making 20 million, listen to my voice right now or more. I don't want you moonlighting and side hustling on all these stupid ass ideas that make $1,000 a week. It's taking away from the big picture. Well, Gary Vee does. I get it. Not everybody's Gary Vee. See, like when I hear about Gary Vee, I think he's a very good dude. But I want to be with my wife and I want to be with my kids. I don't want to get a divorce. He got a divorce. Like, so, and again, I'm not judging it. It's just the facts. How can he run a huge company, be out there talking about side hustling, doing fucking, and maybe his family's with him. I don't know, but I don't think so. When he's out there garage sale hunting. I'd much rather lay in bed and hang out with my kids. I'd rather take my kids down to Patterson Fruit Farm here in Minter or Kirtland Hills or whatever and hang out and go to the pumpkin patch. Don't get me wrong. There's times I want to fucking go crush business. But I also know my kids are only here for so many years with me. I can go crush business in my hours of the day as well as when they leave. Again, I'm not trying to sound like a dick. It's just my rules. I'm just trying to paint the real picture. See, I listen to people where I want to be. Right? I want to listen to people that's got what I want. Business, I think you can learn a lot from Gary. Relationship, I have no clue. I've never seen a picture with him with his kids, to be honest. Never seen him hanging out, just playing, being a dad. I'm not saying he's a bad dad, by the way. I don't know anything about him on that level. I only know him in the business sense. I don't want to be known about business. I want to be known about being a great dad, a great husband, a great leader. Those are more important to me. A great son, a great brother, a great friend. Business is important, but it's not the most important. And these are rules I started creating over the years for myself. Like, these are filtering processes. Like, hey, man, I got a great deal. No, I'm not interested. Dude, you're a dick. Okay. Like, I'm not interested because it's too fucking small, Home Slice. That's why I don't like it. Right? Because they ask, well, why did you not like my deal? Well, dude, it's one, you're a new operator. Two, it's too small. And three, I don't have fucking time to even message you this. Takes away from my kids. I have real rules. Like anybody knows me, like, and my buddies are saying, like, we all, like, this is where we're at in our life. Investing a lot of time in my brain, a lot of time in my physical health, like all that, like, it's me time. I wrote a book, for God's sakes, called Me Economy about this shit. You can get it on Amazon. But I want you to think about these topics we're talking about. I want everyone listening to my voice to be massively successful on all levels. Some listening to my voice will not make it through the journey. It sucks. It sucks when I'm talking to a grown man and they're crying their eyes out, telling me they're getting ready to lose their house. It's not a call I ever want to have. It sucks to hear that people are getting divorces because money's tight and things have changed and stress goes up. It's because they didn't have their shit in order. See, everyone says, why isn't everyone in business? Because if it's so easy. Whoever said it was easy, first and foremost? Our job is, it looks easy from outside in, but there's a lot of moving parts. The game really is not about business. The game is about your mindset, right? Picture right now, you get a phone call from the bank as you're listening to this podcast show, and they're like, your bank has been suspended. Or you get a lawsuit in the mail, or the guy shows up at the door, knocks on the door, and hands you a lawsuit. How do you react? What do you do? See, a lot of you aren't prepared mentally, financially, in any way, shape, or form for what could happen. I'm very worst case scenario guy in business. I expect the best, but I plan for the worst. Like, we know what's coming. We plan for the best and worst at the same time. We look at it very professionally. It's not always pretty. I fucked this up 2 years ago in a business I did. I really missed. So I got too excited to help people. It's a big business, make many millions of dollars a year in gross rev. The net rev is really small, but it was a volume business. But unfortunately, there's a very big component. The third-party vendor that we were utilizing is a piece of shit. And it's huge. It's a huge multi-billion dollar. So it's like, we don't have any say. We do everything right, and they don't. It's just that you're unheard. Like, they just go away. I didn't even think about it. Never even crossed my mind. But it's business. It's life. It happens. Sucks. Cost me millions of dollars of my personal money. Many millions. And I'm still getting kicked in the teeth with that business. It's not fun, but it's life. It happens. We could have done what 90% of the other companies done and just shut down and moved on. We're still in the fight. We're still here. The team is amazing. The product is amazing, but it's not catastrophic. It sucks. The world uses words they don't even know what they mean. To me, catastrophic is I'm dying today. That would be catastrophic to me. You lose all your money. It sucks. I don't think it's catastrophic. Why? Because you can go make more tomorrow. Sucks. You didn't work out as planned. It never does. Ever. It's 10 times harder than you ever think. It's 1,000 times smaller than you ever envisioned. It's a lot of work. But what's cool is if you keep your feet moving and you start understanding what we're talking about here on the DM podcast show about these words, these meanings, these feelings, right? Your feelings, because your feelings are driving most of you. I don't feel like going to work out. So you don't work out. That's your feelings. That's why I need you to get very serious about a structure. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, like every day, fucking have a plan. Execute the plan. Drive it. I message my wife. I message her every morning, by the way, in an email. I send her kind of like what's going on. But I was telling her, like, people are so overwhelmed and they're not sure why they're overwhelmed, but some will make it, some won't. She's like, what the hell does that mean? And so when we were talking, after we started talking in person, obviously, I'm like, listen, right now, the media is throwing words around like recession, catastrophic. Listen, shit's tight. Shit's tightening up. Interest rate's going to be over 8.5% by the end of the year. It's going over 10% probably by 2023, somewhere around there. And it's going to stay there for a while. It's interesting to me. I was just talking with my neighbor. He's looking to sell his house for a little over $2 million. And he's like, dude, the realtor says it's probably going to sit on the market for about 2 years. He's like, I got to move all the way to West Coast. I don't want to do that. Do you have any alternatives? I gave him some alternatives. He's like, man, I never even thought that was possible. He has a 1.87% interest on his property, his loan. Pretty good. So his options. He didn't even know because his realtor didn't even tell him. Because most realtors don't know what the fuck they're doing anyways. That's a whole nother story. Whole nother podcast show. But we need to get serious. We need to get creative. We need to get committed. That's really what we need to do. Get committed to where you're at. Get committed to where you're going. Most importantly, get committed to the actions to make it a reality. I want you to take stock of all your assets. And I'm talking of your social media assets, your email, your buyer's list, your seller's list, your bank account, your IRAs, your 401ks, your relationship capital. I want you to take massive stock of where you're at today. Where you're valuable at the most. I see so many people playing so small. I see so many great people that are retracting right now when I'm literally watching them saying, go fucking harder, bigger, faster now. Now's the time. See, we're in a marketplace where the majority are retracting. If you push harder on the front end now, you actually gain more visibility and more traction because you don't have as many people competing for the same eyeballs. So you can gain market share by being ballsy or taking an educated guess and making the move to move harder and move forward. Investing more money in marketing, investing more money in people, investing more money in equipment, getting that new whiz bang thing up. See, money, one thing that's fucking amazing to me is you understand money does not vanish, right? Crypto's down $2 billion, let's say. Well, they always say crypto loses $2 billion. Well, it never gets lost. It ends up in someone else's pocket, just not yours, potentially, right? Same thing with what's going on right now. You know, all this money went somewhere. If it's not in your bank account, well, then where the fuck is it at? Where's the big money at? What services, offerings can I create to tap into real money? Where's the volume? So I want you to start really taking stock and audit your situation. I'd love to see what you got. I'm here to help you. I'm here to see you win. I believe over the next 2 years are going to be very bumpy for a lot of people. I hope you're ready. You got to be ready. If you're not, you're going to be a casualty in the situation. We don't want that. I want you to prevail. I want you to shine the light brighter than it's ever been shined. I know you, your family, your friends, your colleagues, and everyone is following you. They need you to step it up. They need you to get real serious and hunker down and do what we're talking about here on the show. You need to learn new skills. You need to get laser focused and laser committed. Commit, execute, and enjoy. Keep your feet moving. Do not quit. Get in a group. The DM Alliance is the group, straight up. It's $1,000 a month. That's it. Meet 100 plus amazing people dealing with all types of businesses, all types of situations. We meet once a week on the phone. We have an amazing private group talking every day. We meet twice a year in person. We're changing the game forever with entrepreneurs that want to be better. Now's the time. Message me on Instagram at Mark Evans DM and say DM Alliance Info. I'll hook you up. I'll get you the details. I'm only sharing with this on the podcast show because I want to see you win the game of life. I hate seeing people struggle, but I know through struggle with commitment, you will prevail. You'll get out of it. You'll be better. You'll be stronger, and you'll be more equipped in the future for what's about to happen. See, life's not happening to you. It's happening for you. Do not put your fucking head in the sand. Look up. Be strong. Write this shit down, and let's get to work. So with that said, make the day count.
I'm Mark Evans DM. I'm here to help and teach them what I know and how I did it to discover freedom. There ain't no question Mark Evans when he step in the door. He's closing deals. Time to tell him what the DM stand for. I'm a deal maker, but I'm not just a deal maker. I'm a dream maker. The journey's where it's at. It's all about the process. It's time to get over to the DM project. From a small town in Ohio, so I know how it is. Did not come from a lot of money. I remember as a kid, wanted to make 100 racks. Didn't see no one making more than that. Graduated high school with a 1.8. Thought they should've held me back. I hope my principals and teachers are alive just to witness this. I'm my own boss. I'm out here running 2-8-figure businesses. I can walk away from it all and I'll be good, but I've been called to help people just like y'all learn the game. It's time to ball. Everybody chasing the money, but I'm not chasing the money. I'm out here chasing the purpose, so I've been working my whole life. What got us where we at isn't gonna get us where we wanna go. So it's time to push, time to learn, time to grow. I'm Mark Evans DM. I'm here to help and teach them what I know and how I did it to discover freedom. There ain't no question Mark Evans when he step in the door. He's closing deals. It's time to tell him what the DM stand for. I'm a deal maker, but I'm not just a deal maker. I'm a dream maker. The journey's where it's at. It's all about the process. It's time to get over to the DM project. I'm Mark Evans DM. Deal maker, deal maker, deal maker, deal maker, DM project.
This is thepodcastfactory.com.